I have a question.
Go ahead,
Um,
Sosa.
if you become mayor, what are you gonna do about the increasing rate of gun violence?
The problem with gun violence is it's hard to tackle the gun violence by making new gun laws. The liberals think you can just ban guns and all of a sudden gun crime is going to go down. The
Mm,
reality is, how many gun murders were committed with legal guns by that legal gun owner? Reality, less than 1%.
you're right.
All the gun crime in the city is virtually illegal guns, and it's the only way I believe we can stop gun violence is by putting harsher sentences on the criminals who commit crimes with guns, not harsher laws on the law-abiding citizens who own guns legally and use them legally and never hurt anyone legally. It seems like the liberals and a lot of people want to demonize guns and gun owners, and that's not really the problem. The problem is people wanting to do bad things. And by banning guns, you're not going to get rid of them. Just like if you ban drugs, they didn't get rid of drugs. But if, for
Mm,
instance, you made it a 10-year mandatory minimum sentence for anybody who used a gun in a crime, little 15 and 16-year-old kids wouldn't think it's so cool to go and shoot somebody anymore when they're not going to get out of jail until they're 30 and no chance of parole. So that's the best way I think we can stop gun violence and gun crime in the city, by going harsher penalties on the criminals who actually commit gun violence.
Got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on like the drag queen shows in like schools?
That's my third tenet of my third. The first thing of my third platform, which is safety of the children. And part one of safety of the children is eliminating SOGI from the education system, which is sexual orientation and gender identity, which is the so-called curriculum that's paving the way for these so-called drag queen story hours and so-called drag queen performances. And I pointed out that our current Toronto deputy mayor, Jennifer McAlvey, actually used our municipal tax dollars to fund, promote, and attend a drag show for children at York Mills Collegiate School. And the children were so outraged by it, they actually reached out to me. I hooked him up with Josh Alexander, that young man who got kicked out of his school for having the audacity to say there's only two genders. And they had a massive protest at the school with over 1,000 people show up. And that's just me making a couple of phone calls. So when I'm mayor, they're going to stop that in every school in the GTA. And anybody who tries to sexualize, confuse, or pervert children is going to be prosecuted as they should.
Okay, and I just want to say I completely support that, and I hope you win.
Thank you.
Ever since I found out who you are, you had my full support, and good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.